What is up, Finn fans? So, Miami Dolphins lose to the Cleveland Browns 41-24. A lot of what I was saying in the preview video, a lot of what I was saying in the 5 things the Dolphins need to do to beat the Cleveland Browns kind of came to fruition, especially with the fact of being so beat up in the secondary. They literally were subbing in corners and just constant movement of play because it was that's all I could say. That's all I could say. I'm gonna break down some stats. I'm gonna break down some notes. I'm gonna talk about some other things that happened today that for some of you guys, some of you specific fans, will and make you happy, But let's jump into some stats, right? Cleveland, the first half, Cleveland looked unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. This isn't first half stats. These are just stats in general. Baker Mayfield, 24 for 34, 327 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. That was his fault. He threw it behind Odell, and we got the interception off of that. Nick Chubb, 21 carries, 106 yards, 5 yards a carry. Kareem Hunt, 8 carries, 37 yards, 4.6 yards a carry. Ridiculous. Jarvis Landry was just... I said this while tweeting out, and again, this has no disrespect towards the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns came in and they played the team that was on their schedule, but the team that was on their schedule was a practice squad team. And I said this while I was watching the game, I tweeted this out. Jarvis Landry was just feeding off of Miami Dolphins' secondary of practice squad players. He was just the whole Browns team in general was just enjoying this playing against a practice squad. And it is what it is. Jarvis Landry, 10 catches, 148 yards, 2 touchdowns. Odell Beckham, 6 catches, 84 yards, and 1 touchdown. I said it. I said that the secondary is so beat up that these wide receivers are just, it's going to be bad. And it was bad. It was bad. Let's see. Interceptions. We got, they had 2 interceptions, tons of sacks. But, what do you expect from a Miami Dolphins team that their offensive line is doo-doo, sir, doo-doo. And then on the Dolphins side, Fitzpatrick playing on his birthday, 21 for 39, 214 yards, 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. Ryan Fitzpatrick had the most rushing yards. 5 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown on his birthday. That touchdown was amazing where he just dove in, put his body on the line, 9 yards a carry. Patrick Laird, 3 carries, 20 yards, 6.7 yards a carry. Kalen Ballage, 7 carries for 13 yards, 1.9 yard a carry. Put Laird in more. Stop forcing Ballage on him. Ballage is not good. Ballage had 1 nice run against the Minnesota Vikings last year, and everyone wanted to crown him. Everyone wanted to say he's better than Drake. Drake sucks. Ballage is the guy. Drake sucks. Ballage is the guy. Look at this. Training camp. Ballage is starting. Drake isn't starting. Look at this. Ha, ha, ha. Put in Laird for the love of cheese. 3 carries, 20 yards, 6.7 yards a carry behind the same exact offensive line, going against the same exact defense. Put Laird in. Please put Laird in. Devontae Parker, 6 catches, 91 yards. Devontae Parker's having a season. He's having a season that is justifying the contract extension, which is costing nothing. Don't be surprised if they might give him a little bit more of an extension. Not that much more money, but more years so we can get more out of him. Allen Hurns did his thing. He got a late touchdown. Great contract extension from there. Mike Gesicki. Now, he only has 3 catches for 28 yards, but he got his touchdown. He finally has his first NFL career touchdown. And then, like I said, we had the interception. We had some plays here and there. Let me break down my notes. The defense, I get it that it's a bunch of practice squad players. I get it that it's a bunch of guys that probably won't be on the team next year. But the tackling is just... you know what I need to do? I need to constantly remind myself while I'm watching this that, hey, Doug, they suck. Because the tackling was so bad. It was just infuriating me. Like I said, Landry was just eating up this practice squad team. Snap over the Browns' head. The Cleveland Browns should have beat us by more. The Cleveland Browns should have dominated this game by more because by one point, we weren't down by much. And I was sitting there like, Cleveland. Again, no disrespect to the Cleveland Brown fans that are watching this, but I was like, Cleveland, you guys are dumb. Stop forcing throws. Stop throwing the ball. Hand the ball off to Chubb and just let the man run. He is just completely destroying the Miami Dolphins defense. Why are you throwing the ball? And it's just, and they kept like doing stupid things. And I'm like, just hand the ball off. You'll be completely destroying this team if you handed the ball off. Then there was some pass interference calls. One of them, I was like, I don't know about that. One of them, Landry was in the air. A lot of you guys were telling me it is pass interference, and one of you Brown fans was like, it is pass interference, stop being a homer, which I'm like, but Landry was in the air, and yeah, say our corner put his hand on his shoulder, right? You need to turn him, right? Landry was in the air, and it looked like he flopped hard as hell. Now, hey, if it's pass interference, it's pass interference, whatever. There was a play with Devontae Parker going against Ward. Was it Ward? Make sure I write this down properly. I think it was Ward. Grabs his left shoulder pad to where you see it flop, right? Then he smacks the ball up and Parker tries to catch it, but we don't get a PI call on there. Then there's another play where I get it. There's a little contact. Our guy turns his head back. Odell turns his head back. Some contact. Ball's overthrown. Odell gets up and he points at the ref, and the ref throws the flag. And I'm not the only one who's, again, I'm not being biased. I'm not being salty. I'm not being, because like I said, you guys, I'm praising you guys in the aspect that you guys whipped us and took advantage of it, even though you guys should beat us by more because you guys are that much better than the Dolphins. But I'm not the only one who thought that pass interference was a little suspect, because Odell literally points at the ref and then the ref goes and throws the flag. So, hey, I'm not saying those penalties would have changed the tide of the game. I'm not saying those penalties would have won us the game if they went the other way. I'm not saying any of that, because in all honesty, we got beat bad. But those things just made me go, refs. But again, it's the refs. Refs are horrible in the NFL. 1,000% horrible. But like I said, in a whole, the Browns came out to a hot lead, 21-3 at one point, hot lead, then it was 24-3. And all of a sudden we started coming back. We started doing our thing like a chicken wing. And that shows the heart and the determination by this Miami Dolphins team that has no talent on it. You know, we have Jerome Baker, we have Parker, we have Gesicki. Ginkle got in there. Ginkle had some really nice special team plays. Again, this is Ginkle's first game back, so I'm not going to really judge him too harshly. But we don't have talent on this team, right? And we fought back. This team fights. Even at one point, Brian Flores was losing his shit on the sideline, and I was really happy to see that. You know, that fire, that determination. Yes, we suck. Yes, we don't have a lot of talent on this team. Yes, we're gonna probably. It's gonna be a hard rest of the season for us. It is what it is. Will we lose out? I don't know. It's at this point, it's hard for me to predict, because when this team fights and when this team plays hard, and this team plays up to its opponents, we win. But then there's games where we are just committing penalties, like this game where we were just penalty after penalty after penalty, and all of a sudden we just start to fall on our faces, and we get back so far that we can't run our offense, being down 21-0, 21-3. Then all of a sudden the tide of the game changes. So, hey, Browns fans, you guys beat us. There's nothing could have happened in this game that could have been suspect where you're like, hey, if this was called properly, or hey, if this happened, you guys wouldn't have won. Nah. You guys win by the margin you did. You deserve the respect. You deserve the tip of the cap. Good game to you guys. You guys beat us. Should have beat us by more. I don't know why you weren't running as much as you were. I would have had Baker Mayfield throw the ball maybe 15, 20 times in the game. I don't know why you guys decided to stop running it as much. Maybe Jarvis was like, hey, let me put one to my old team, and that, I don't know. But yeah, that's what happened in the game. Like I said, the negatives were obviously poor tackling, poor defensive showing. But again, it's hard to talk about negatives when it's just so blatantly obvious that we're so inferior in talent. The positives, Gesicki getting his touchdown, Fitz doing his thing, Parker having a great season. You know, there was positives in this game. The heart, the fight, and everything, but we lost. Bad. We lost bad. It is what it is. But be sure to comment below. Let me know what you guys think. If you're a Browns fan, Dolphins fan, obviously you're a Dolphins fan, you subscribe to the channel. You're a Dolphins fan. But be sure to comment below. I love reading you guys' comments. Before I go into comment of the day, I got one of you guys on Twitter hit me up with a comment for comment of the day. Quick update. Now, I know there's a bunch of us who, like me personally, I'm going to wait till like we're locked in at certain draft picks to start looking at prospects and doing mock drafts and stuff. But I know that there's guys that want the team to start losing games and are start looking at other teams to start winning, to put us in a position to start getting the players that we need. Now, I'm borderline, right? I want to see my team win. I'm always rooting for my team to win. But when we lose, then I start looking at other games and like, you need to lose, you need to lose, you need to win, you need to win. That's what, if you guys want my mentality is, I'm rooting for us to win, but when we lose the game, I start thinking, okay, you guys need to lose to help my team out. Next week, I'm rooting, let's go, let's win, win, win. Crap, we lost. All right, now that we lost, you know what I'm saying? So Miami lost, and if the Miami Dolphins lose out completely for the rest of the season, if we go 2-14, the worst we can get is the second overall pick, which means it'll be Cincinnati and the Miami Dolphins, which we're either getting Chase Young or Burrow. It is what it is if we get the second overall pick, which I haven't looked too much into Burrow, and I'm thinking that Cincinnati's going to take Burrow. They need a quarterback, Ohio native. We get Chase Young, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be very happy. He's an elite talent because the Redskins won, the Jets won, and the Bengals. The Bengals could have easily won that game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's funny because it was another situation where, again, I'm not hating on the man, but Mika was in a great position to have that fumble bounce to him. So now he has like, I don't even know how many takeaways and turnovers, but it just so happens that it's just funny to me. But the Cincinnati Bengals could have easily beaten the Steelers. They even sat Mason Rudolph, but that fumble and then they literally shot themselves in the foot. Like you can't make these things up. The Bengals are getting the first overall pick, Dolphin fans, unless a miracle happens and they beat the Steelers again. I think they're playing the Steelers again, or they beat somebody miraculously and then they beat the Dolphins. There's no way that the Dolphins are getting the first overall pick. But just want to give you guys an update on that. And let's get to comment of the day. This comment comes from Ryan Gent. His thing is at Getman0351. It's from Twitter. And what he says to me is, could this losing season put us in a discussion of relocating the team? Also, do you think Mr. Ross would do that to the Miami Dolphins organization? Now, this is a bad season. This is probably one of the worst. It's not 1 of 15 worst because we obviously won 2 games. So this is a bad season. Talent-wise, this is probably one of the worst seasons. When it comes to relocating, moving the Dolphins, and I've heard this before at different points in the season from people like, hey, would the Dolphins ever move? Did they ever leave Miami? The teams that have done that, the teams that have moved, like the Chargers weren't always in San Diego, if I'm correct. If I'm wrong, please correct me. The Raiders went from Oakland to LA to Oakland. There's teams that have moved, right? Because they don't have that history to pin them down. The Miami Dolphins have history in Miami. The Miami Dolphins have winning in Miami. The Miami Dolphins have this brand new stadium in Miami. There's no way they're moving. But, and I'm saying this, the Miami Dolphins cannot afford to have another season like they did this year. They cannot afford it. Now, I know a lot of you guys are saying, hey, we'll get the quarterback next year. We'll take, Trevor Lawrence. We'll take what? Unless they trade up to get him, they cannot. And I don't think they will, but I'm saying this again. They cannot afford to have another season like this one because they'll start losing ticket sales. They'll start losing average. They'll lose a lot to be that bad because look at the Cleveland Browns. Look at the Detroit Lions when they were that bad. It was just, they can't afford it. Now, will it happen? I don't think so. Could it happen? Anything could happen in the NFL. Anything could happen. But Ryan, thank you for the comment. Be sure, guys, to comment below. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter. I was tweeting out a lot during this game because I was busy. I had sink problems. I had a plumber come in who then didn't have the right stuff, so I have to have the plumber come back in, do some work. It's a hot mess. But I got to watch the Browns beat my team. It was a hot mess. But be sure to go follow me on Twitter. I was tweeting out the game while I was watching it, dealing with plumbing issues and all that stuff. Also, be sure to check out the Bit Boys. Christmas is coming. Got Christmas games for you guys. Got a ton of stuff for you guys. I've been trying to get back into Madden. I've been playing a little bit more Madden. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. I'm still playing it, but I'm just not feeling it. But be sure to go check out the Bit Boys. Subscribe over there. Give this video a thumbs up because I finally got some merch. How about that? Give a thumbs up for that if you want. It's linked below. Don't feel like you need to get it. But give a video a thumbs up because, hey, we fought. We didn't turn over and show our bellies when we got down 21-0. We fought. And like I said, hey, Skins won. Jets won. Worst we can do is if we suck as bad as we do and we go to the end of the season not winning a game, worst would be is second overall pick, which means we will get that top talent. Let's give a thumbs up for that. Also give a thumbs up because you like the content. And when you guys give a lot of thumbs up, it puts the videos out there, puts the channel out there. And I'm on a road to 10K. Trying my hardest to get to 10K. It sucks to having such a bad season because no one cares about the team, but I don't care. I make videos for you guys, regardless. I dedicate it to this channel and to you guys, and also sportscasters and DolphinsTalk.com. Check them out if you haven't yet, but also subscribe because, like I said, I'm dedicated. I love this channel. I love this team. I got some more stuff. If you're wondering what this is, it's a giant picture of Dolphin Stadium when the Miami Miracle happened. I'm gonna hang it up there. I'm thinking up here, or I'm thinking over here. But I got that, and I don't know if you guys can really see it, I got a lot of Dolphins football right here. I'm sprucing things up, but be sure to hit that subscribe button. Other than that, me and my dad are going to do a special picks video for you guys Thursday on Thanksgiving. We're going to send out a nice thank you to everybody from me and my dad, from the family. So be sure to look out for that. Also, I might go live tomorrow. I got some things planned. You're going to get videos. But other than that, like usual, stay classy. Fins up.